better. Why are we here tonight? And who is our guest? As you all know, this is the International Women's Week. I don't call it a day because I like to celebrate women every day of the year. But in the honor of this day, that was March 8th, with the theme Women in Leadership by the United Nations and under the umbrella of the United Nations. The theme is Achieving an Equal Future in a COVID-19 world. Our guest fits the criteria perfectly because, as you're going to see soon, her dream launched during COVID. UN Women announces the theme for International Day on the 8th of March of every year. And this year's theme is called Women in Leadership, Achieving an Equal Future in a COVID-19 World. The theme celebrates the tremendous efforts by women and girls around the world in shaping a more equal future and recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic. How did our guest decide to recover from COVID-19? Well, she's going to tell us. Trust me, it's a very interesting story. It is also aligned with the priority theme of the 65th session of the Commission of the Status of Women, women's full and effective participation and decision-making in public life, as well as the elimination of violence for achieving gender equality and the empowerment of all women and girls, and a lot more. I encourage you to go on the UN and see what they have to write. Who is our guest and why did I choose to speak to her? Actually, let me tell you, I surprised her today with a call, although she was on my mind since last week because I've been following her achievement and success for, I guess, a year or so. So I decided to surprise her today with the call, and as well, she surprised me by saying yes. I salute you and wish you a great year today and every day. Can you please introduce yourself to us, Nada Khoury or Crochet by Chaton? Let's leave Crochet by Chaton for a bit later. Let's start with Nada Khoury. Hello, Nada.
Hello, Badiaa. Thank you for having me tonight. And let me start by introducing myself. First, I'm an educator. I've been in the education field for more than 20 years. I'm the head of a preschool in a school in Lebanon. And I always dream of having my own thing, my own way to spend my free time. So a few years ago, I decided I want to learn crochet. And I never actually had the time until we started with the Taura in 2019, October 2019. And I started learning how to crochet. And bit by bit, I started getting addicted to it. So my family was a bit against this because...
Don't rush me there yet. Let me introduce them. I want our guests to know first what is crochet. Remember, people from the Middle East will understand it better than others because probably this is something cultural.
No, actually, Badiaa, the most important crocheters in the world are from Russia, are from Germany, Ireland. They are really impressive crocheters. And,
tell me something, Nada. Did you always want to learn crochet?
I always wanted to learn something that has to do with my hands. When I was a little girl, my mom taught me how to do the Canva. I think it's a cross stitch, it's called.
Yes.
So, and my memory of this was that I would want my friends to leave the play date quickly, so I go back to my room and
Oh,
work on
wow.
my Canva. And I didn't work in front of them because it was not cool. And then I
Yeah.
forgot about this for years.
Okay.
But the memory stayed in my mind that I enjoyed doing something with my hands. And I decided it's going to be crochet because I love
Were you
crochet.
always artistic?
Not really, no,
Not really. So
no,
this
no.
is just a hidden talent that
Yeah,
was
I
inside of
discovered
you.
it very recently. Very recently, I discovered it, and it became an addiction. Crocheting
Okay.
becomes an addiction. And if you ask, many crocheters can relate to what I'm saying. Like I wake up in the morning, my hands want to crochet. Even if I'm
Yeah.
tired, I need to crochet a few stitches before I leave to work or before I go out somewhere. And most of the time, I would take my crochet with me because
Tell me
when I
something.
started, I didn't have any views. I didn't like now.
Yeah.
Uh, I have views. I had to submit the work, the orders. But before, it was only an addiction, a hobby.
A hobby. Tell me something, Nada. I want to go back to getting our audience to know you. You're a married woman, you have kids, you have a busy life, or you just have your work.
No, actually, I have a very busy life. I'm married.
Okay.
I've been married for 20 years. I have
Okay.
a daughter. She's in her second year pharmacy at LAU, and my son is
Okay.
applying to computer engineering at AUB now. At the meantime, so in a way, I have a full life. But in another way, if you want to look at it from a different angle, my kids are not little ones anymore. They don't need me that much, and I have free time on my hands.
Is that, do you think you are at a phase in your life? Because this is something we're going to be discussing as well with different people. This is, did you feel that you wanted to do something for you, like to fulfill an achievement?
Definitely, definitely. I felt I wanted to do something, and I wanted this thing to be away from my profession. I wanted something to be more fun because usually I have a very serious role in my professional life, and it's a bit tiring to be dealing with serious stuff all the time. We're dealing with preschoolers and responsibilities. I wanted something to fill my free time, something more fun, more related to fashion. I always loved fashion, so I wanted to take this path as a hobby.
Are you a good cook? You like to cook at home?
Uh, I cook, but it's not
Okay,
something
let's change the
that
subject. Let's change the subject. I'm trying to get to know you more. We know that now your life is fulfilled with the children during the day. I worked once with the day. I worked once with children, and I know how difficult it is because you go home and you take their responsibility with you.
exactly, exactly.
It
So I
does
wanted
not
to
end.
spend more time.
We have Hala Abdel from Jordan saying she's proud of you, my friend.
Hala, I miss you.
Uh,
I miss you, Hala.
Samir, you want to learn crochet? Why not? Hopefully, we will. I'm sure I can take you back to preschool, but we might teach you crochet. We have a lot of people following us now on Instagram as well, and we have the posts from Facebook as well with people and their question. So we got to know the woman. Thank you, Hala. We got to know the woman that is Nada Khoury. Now we're gonna move to the dreamer, to the entrepreneur, to the woman that had the guts to start something. Okay, when did this start? Let's start the story of Crochet by Chaton.
It started, as I told you, we have at school a crochet club for teenagers. And one day I decided before the Thawra in October, I took the permission of my principal to join the club to learn crochet. And I attended 2 sessions, and I was frustrated. I thought that I would never learn how to crochet. And then the Thawra started, and I stopped going to the club. I went only twice. So the instructor sent me videos on how to crochet, and I started following the steps.
Okay, 1 second. For those who don't know what we're talking when we say Thawra, what we're talking about, this is the start of change in our life in Lebanon. October 17, 2019, when the revolution started. And since then, our life no longer was the same in Lebanon. So this is when our guest is saying things started during the Saura. It means that really it was a step. It was a stepping stone. It was whatever you want to call it. It was the beginning of change to each one of us in Lebanon. We go back now to our guest, the entrepreneur, lady, woman celebrating her talent. She started crochet right before the revolution in October 2019. She attended 2 sessions. And after that, the instructor at school started sending her videos. We go back to you, Nada.
Yes. So bit by bit, I started getting hooked to this. And I started with very difficult projects with very thin threads. And eventually the COVID started, and we stayed at home all the time. And I started buying yarn from abroad, shipping yarn from abroad, and working with projects as gifts to my friends and my family. I started with scarves. I moved to swimsuits. I did the bucket hats, and they were all gifts. And then one night I decided I want to do a bag. And while doing the bag, I was surrounded with my family, my mother, my brother, my sister, and my husband. And everyone wanted to comment on the handle of the bag. One would say, make it longer. One would say, make it shorter. And I was finding my way through the bag. I didn't know how to do a bag. I remember at 1 a.m, I was in bed. I sent them the picture of a bag, a crochet bag that is ready to carry. And it started like this. I started getting my yarn and putting my Instagram pictures. My Instagram was only to post pictures of what I do. Then I started to promote my pictures on Instagram, and the business started. I think August or September was the first serious month that we started selling. And I was surprised with the number of people interested in my bags. And Badiaa, I cannot tell you the satisfaction it gives me. And it gives me every day, it gives me motivation to do something new, to move forward, to create, to mix colors. And every month would surprise me. I would say that this month, no one would, the market is saturated. Everyone who's interested in crochet already bought their bags. And then the month would surprise me again, and new followers and new customers, old customers. I have more than half of my customers come again and they buy again.
Returning customers, yeah.
Yes. they come back again to get gifts or bags for themselves. And it's moving forward, I can say. It's very important to me, the quality. I take really good care of the quality of my the yarn, the lining, the handles.
Are they seasonal? Because yarn usually is made of wool. But you made swimming suits, and I thought I saw some bags for the summer as well, correct?
Yes, the bags that I did last summer were cotton. As for the bags I started using in September, October, when I ordered my first shipment, it is polyester. Polyester is not seasonal. If you want, I can show you.
Yes, please. Of course, we want to see.
Those are polyester.
Okay.
So polyester can be used in summer and winter, and it gives the shape of the bag a firmer look.
Okay.
So the lining is very important, as you know, Badiaa, since you are following me.
I followed you since the beginning, since day one. I was really interested with your guts, with the strength you had. You motivated yourself to follow a dream. When everyone was sinking in COVID and in everything we were going through in town politically, you were getting yourself in your own world, trying to keep busy. And now I would love to see your bag, please, and the lining.
Actually, Badiaa, when I started, the investment was not easy, because with the economic crisis that we have, and the dollar thing, to get the dollar is not easy. Look at this. So
beautiful. Can you put it, please, a bit in front of your face? Yes, so we can see it.
Can you see it?
Okay, it's written on it, Zena.
Yes.
So look at the lining, look at the handle, they're made of wood.
The handle is custom made for Chaton.
One second.
Can you see it?
Sorry about that. The handle is made of wood and it's written on it Chaton.
Yes. Here where I started to customize my handles, because it's difficult to get the handles that I want from abroad.
What kind of wood are you using?
Zain, what do you call it in English? Does it have any other name? Huh? Maple. Okay. So the investment was big. When I got my material, my raw material, the investment was big, and it was a challenge for me in the midst of this economical crisis to be able to. My aim was not to make a profit. My aim was to get my investment back.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so it was a big decision.
Let me ask you a question. How was the idea welcomed by people around you when you started? How did you see the support by the close one? Did they push you to move on, or you felt they thought it's just a fun activity you're doing?
They were divided. My mother and my sister were against it, because they would see me working all the time and they were worried about hurting my hand and my shoulder and my neck. But eventually they started encouraging me. But till now, definitely, my mom wouldn't like to see me sitting all day crocheting. And when I have orders, she doesn't like it. As for my husband and kids, they are very supportive. Actually, my son He fixes the handles on the bags. He does the handles. My daughter deals with the social media and taking pictures, and my son delivers
Yeah,
the bag.
she's the one who connected you with me. Thank you, Jennifer.
Yes.
Okay.
Whoever knows me well would know that I'm not a media person at all. I'm not comfortable with Instagram and Facebook and all this. And my husband recently started also helping me with the customized handles, wooden handles. He does them, and I'm finding a big support system. Without
Okay,
this support
excellent.
system, but yeah, I couldn't have reached anywhere because it's something. It started as a hobby, but now it's a big thing. Like we need to work all together to be able to deliver the orders.
This is the main thing, Nada, in life. Your idea is very important, but implementing it, you need strength and you need the mechanism around you that will facilitate your dream and not be a hurdle within. This
Exactly,
is
exactly.
so important. Let me ask you, we have as well Mona telling you hi. My question to you, do
Mona,
you deliver worldwide?
of course, of course.
You are
I deliver.
taking orders worldwide.
Yes, I already delivered to the US, to Kuwait, to Abu Dhabi, to Switzerland, definitely.
Just
But
roughly tell me how many pieces were you able to know? Because I want our guests to know. Sorry, let me reintroduce you a bit because we have many people that joined us on Instagram. I want you guys to know that in the honor of International Women's Day, I am honoring a woman entrepreneur. Really, we take pride in women that carry their dream and make it happen. Our guest's name is Nada, and her Insta page is Crochet by Chaton. It's already tagged on the link. Nada had a dream. She wanted to do something for herself. And then when she got to know the crochet, she got really addicted to it and she moved on with her dream. And now she's having the support of the family, and they all believed in her dream as well. She is doing like lots of purses with beautiful lining. She's gonna show them to us now. Please, Nada, as I'm talking, can you show us the purse one more time for the guests that just joined us? This is one style. Okay, so we're gonna see the inside. It's very cute and unique. The purses are all season because now she's using polyester. And this is another purse where you can print your name. It's wooden. It's you can see the inside as well. It's really classy and elegant, as Hala said from Jordan. Tell me something. This is another purse. Beautiful colors, by the way. I invite you guys to like Nada's page, Crochet by Chaton, because you will really find something for every occasion. You see the opening is easy to open. Nada, can you tell us a bit what's roughly the price of one purse?
the purses vary
Thank you,
between
Mona.
500,000 Lebanese lira to 800, 900 Lebanese lira at the moment. I charge according to the dollar because I buy all the material at the day's dollar rate. So I try to.
Tell me in dollar, basically, how much is it?
It's between $100 and $180.
Between 100 to $180. Those are the purses you just saw, and there are many more. There are as well, I remember she did swimming suits, you did scarves, you no
Yeah,
more?
I stopped swimming suits because of the COVID. Because to
Okay.
do a swimming suit, I have to see the client and I have to take the measurement. Since I am not willing to do it in this difficult time in Corona
So
time.
remember, when COVID is over, to contact Crochet by Chaton for your crochet maillot. Nada, tell me what in your life, we know that you work with children, and we know that you had this dream that you are following and fulfilling. Tell me what incident in life you encountered that made you who you are today. Something that marked you.
Something that marked me.
A student, a story at school.
Yeah, when you work with the children, and as a head of the section, I had to know details of the life of many children, their lives, how they are brought up. It changes your whole way of thinking. You start thinking in a different way. In my office, I've heard stories that are really, really hurtful, and mistakes that are done by parents, and the children pay the price for it. And I think those stories mark me a lot and make me who I am today.
Yeah, it is true. It is totally true. I remember those days.
Especially between the age of 3 to 6 years old, Badiaa, they talk, they say lots of things that you don't expect. Yes, you don't expect to hear them from those little ones, and you get shocked.
Actually, on that note, I am hosting on Saturday a child psychologist. We're gonna discuss the generation of COVID. So the detachment from the social life, is it good or bad? And we're going to discuss so many points. I invite everyone to be there. It's Saturday at 7 p.m. Hopefully we'll see you. If you have questions, and probably you will have a lot to collaborate with Nada yourself, since you're in that. Let me ask you, how long does it take to produce a piece after you receive the order?
I'm a fast crocheter. It takes 7 hours per bag.
7 hours per bag?
Yes.
Do you want to start working as we're talking?
But 7 continuous, serious hours.
Okay.
It takes 7 hours to do that.
Can you give us a tip how it works?
Yalla.
We would love to see that. I remember when I was very young, and it was the war, and we were home, and we were all working on scarves because we were home, and we couldn't put it in front of you directly. Yes, exactly. And our parents wanted us to stay home and be doing something. So basically, we were doing yarn, not crochet.
Yeah.
So tell me now what you do.
Now you go inside the hole.
Mm-hmm.
You take the yarn.
Okay.
Take it inside the hole, and then you yarn over. You take both stitches up. Hala, you want to learn now?
No, I want to see. I'm curious. I want to know how long it's gonna take you.
No.
How many do you count? I know when we used to do the yarn, we used to count.
I count when I start with the base.
Okay.
Definitely, I have to do the base. It's more difficult than the rest.
Do you measure it on a ruler? You start on a ruler?
لا, I measure it and I count the stitches. You have to count the stitches.
Oh, okay.
If you count the stitches, it wouldn't look like a bag.
And can you do multicolor or one color piece?
Of course, I have pieces with multicolors. It becomes definitely more difficult to do the multicolors, but it works, of course.
I bet you will challenge yourself to get out of to get us something very nice. I think I've seen something green and navy together.
Yes, this one, it needs a handle. It's an order for tomorrow. It needs a hand. When I mix colors, the lining is a single color.
Okay.
Okay. So this needs, give me the handle. Let me show you the handle.
Yeah, let's say the bag will take around 1 day.
Yes.
Do you have the handles ready?
Yes, I have the handles. Those are the ones that my husband does.
Yeah.
He prepares them for me, so I'm able to work. And those kind of handles, I ship them from abroad.
Yeah, the curved ones.
Yes.
The yellow is wood, and the other one is what? Stainless?
Yes, stainless.
Okay. Nada, where do you see yourself few years from today? Are you going on with your little entrepreneur project?
I think, yes, of course. Of course, I will. In a few years, I see myself in my atelier with 3 or 4 women helping me, and
Nice.
I'm trying to find an opportunity for me to sell abroad more bags, and definitely I would be visiting nearby countries to promote my products.
Nada, I have no doubt you're gonna reach every country and every heart. You're a wonderful lady with a great heart. What you did is really an encouragement to all women. It sends one message: never fear starting something you like. You never know where this could take you. I'm sure.
It's never too late to start something new. Like, I worked in the field of education for 20 years, and now here I am starting something completely different.
You're at a different phase in your life. You know better now. You can handle things better, and you have your kids that are really more independent now. We have a load of messages on Instagram as well, clapping hands for you and enjoying what you've done and your work. Really, it's a pride to see women following their dreams. I would like to invite other guests if you have a dream to follow. Stay with me to announce the rest of the week. Nada, would you like to say something before we end tonight's session?
I want to thank you, Badiaa, for the opportunity to go live with you. You surprised me this morning, but it was a beautiful surprise. And I would encourage all women to follow their dream, no matter how old they are. Just follow their dream.
Actually, when you start doing something for yourself, you start growing younger, because this, when you feel that a new phase of your life is starting, and this is very important.
So,
Nada, thank you for being with us. Hopefully, we get to see you again in one of the fairs when we introduce many people, any entrepreneur. I congratulate you on your line. Wish you all the best, and keep on working. What can I say?
thank you, Badiaa. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, take care of yourself. Yes, she did. And thank you, followers, for being with us. Now I'm gonna continue announcing to you what's gonna happen at the end of this week. Nada, thank you, and we'll see you again. Bye. This end of the week, as you will know, on Saturday, we already announced it on Facebook. We have Jennifer Bousamah. She's going to be with us. She's a child psychologist, clinical psychologist, and cognitive behavioral therapist. I'm looking forward to having her on What About Your Health. We're going to discuss children of COVID generation, how this is affecting when studying online, how this is affecting their emotions, their social habits, their physical growth, their vision, and we have a lot of questions that we already received. So if you have any question that you would like to ask in that regards, please be there with us Saturday at 7 p.m. Beirut time, EET, or send your questions ahead of time. Additionally, we have tomorrow or the day after, stay tuned. We have Joël Farha coming again. We need to discuss the Lent and how to handle the Lent nutrition, how to care for yourself. And then we have the other session with Joël Farha as well that is going to target children and nutrition. Children, their weight, their growth, and nutrition, the different phases, what happens with them. So thank you all for being with us. It was truly a pleasure having you all. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Stay tuned and don't forget to follow tonight's guest, the Crochet by Chaton, on Facebook and on Instagram. Take care. Bye-bye.